It's just so interesting the time we're in right now with wrestling, where there's a lot of WWE fans that just won't watch your current work. And vice versa, right? There's a lot of AEW fans that may not be familiar with what you did in WWE. As a performer, when you're in there, how do you react to the tribalism that's going on?
I think it's silly, personally. I would, only because when I was growing up, I wanted to watch everything I could. If I could get my eyeballs on Continental or Mid-South or NWA or BC All-Star or Internet, like, I wanted to watch it all because I wanted to see what was going on. At that stage, it was you got what you could get from the after magazines, and that was it. Yeah. So wait, now I can watch Pro Wrestling Plus with Ed Whalen and maybe get my eyeballs on Heading and Lawler. Okay, right. I want to see what's going on. So I don't know. I don't understand the allegiance to initials. But then I think about people with their favorite teams or this or that. But I've always been the same with like hockey. I love the Maple Leafs, but I love hockey. So I'll watch the Boston Bruins against the Florida Panthers because I know it's going to be a great game. Yeah. Just the way I look at it.
Yeah. I mean, you had this promo where you're basically like, kind of like rallying up the audience, rallying up the locker room, basically saying like, hey, we've got a great thing here. Yeah. Like, let's keep this going. Where did that come from?
More than anything, it was like, I felt like our locker room, which is a pretty young locker room, I felt like they needed to hear it because there's so much negativity that gets thrown out there. And I know social media is a thing that I never really had to encounter before, that these young talent they don't have to, but they do deal with it. And I would imagine that could be a little demoralizing. So being someone that's done this for as long as I've done it, I just thought it would be good for a locker room to hear, like, no, it's a great thing. This company being around is an amazing thing. And also within the industry, if you ask, people are going to be happy that there's companies flourishing, not just one that has a monopoly. Yeah. Even when I was with WWE, I always said, no, this is no good. This is no good for the industry, for there to just be one place. And I still believe that. I believed it all through the years that we were the only place, and I was world champion. I was like, one place is no good. Imagine just going to one restaurant for the rest of your life. You get pretty old. Yeah.
Even if they've got a great menu.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Eventually you've hit everything on the menu and it's like, okay, well, maybe I feel like I'm Mexican tonight. Yeah. I don't know. So I just, more than anything, to me, that was for the locker room.
Was that a you idea or was that a Tony idea?
That was a me idea. Just because start to see or hear, and I try not to pay too much attention. So admittedly, I'll just see little clips here and there. But even just in little clips, I'm like, man, we gotta try and throw some positivity around because there's so much negative crap out there. And I do feel like it's a small outlier of fan base that really gets wrapped up in that.
They're very loud.
Yeah. But and then I also think like, man, if you're taking the time out of your day to just put that out in the world, then probably aren't that happy in your own life. No. And I'm very happy in my own life.